Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into a really unique audio source. It starts off sounding super relatable, just people talking about health and well being.
Hmm.
But then it takes this sharp turn into, well, a pretty unusual financial idea.
Yeah.
Our mission today is really to pull apart how this kind of scheme is presented, what tools they use to build that feeling of confidence.
And what's really insightful, I think, is how this source gives us a sort of candid glimpse into arrangements built purely on trust.
Right.
It shows how different bits of information, personal stories, specific claims, they're all woven together to frame the opportunity.
Right.
Really sets the stage.
Okay, so let's break this down. It kicks off with this very human chat about chronic pain. The kind of thing that makes you look everywhere for relief.
Totally relatable.
Yeah, they talk about trying things like hijama, that's a traditional cupping therapy and acupuncture, and even being scared of needles, which lots of people are.
And it's all very relaxed, isn't it? Just like a normal conversation.
Exactly. It pulls you right in because it feels so familiar.
And what stands out, for me at least, is how smoothly that personal health talk then shifts.
Yeah.
It just sort of morphs into this financial proposition. No clunky transition, just flows right into it, building on that initial connection.
So let's get into the meat of it. This financial offer, it's described as a property investment scheme.
Okay.
The person explaining it says it involves 10 people. Each one puts in a section, like a share, into a property.
It's a tech show.
Then comes a big claim. After just 1 year, the property is sold through the council.
Through the council, okay.
Yeah, supposedly to specific groups like companies or maybe care homes or even domestic violence support groups.
Right. Specified buyers.
And here's the really eye-catching bit.
Yeah.
These groups supposedly buy it for double the value, triple the value.
Wow. Double or triple?
And then that big money gets split among the 10 people who put in the sections.
Okay, now that immediately raises a big question, especially when you hear them say quite clearly they don't give no paperwork and stuff.
Mm-hmm, exactly. No paperwork.
And that it's all done on a trust basis.
Mhm.
I mean, that's not just informal. That actively sidesteps all the usual, legal and financial checks.
It does. And what's striking is how they counter that straight away
How so?
by saying they've been doing it for 5, 6 years now. It's like the lack of paperwork is acknowledged, but then immediately sort of normalized by claiming it's been working for years.
Right. Longevity presented as the security measure instead of, actual security measures.
And this is where it gets really interesting in terms of building that trust. Ghazala Din, she shares this personal story.
The anecdote.
Yeah. She talks about a blip when she was away in Pakistan. Apparently, some people involved got worried, saying things like, oh, we ain't gonna get our payouts because she's in Pakistan.
Okay, so doubt creeping in.
But then she says, Alhamdulillah, the payout's 28 grand. Each 3 of them got the 28 grand when I was sitting in Pakistan. And she really stresses this experience built her trust more.
And if we connect that to the bigger picture, that's a classic use of social proofs, isn't it?
How do you mean?
Well, her personal story, her experience of the system working, even when things looked uncertain, that becomes the proof for the listener.
I see. Like her story replaces the need for a contract or something.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It leverages that very human tendency we have to trust personal accounts, especially ones that overcome a problem. It bypasses the need for formal assurances.
And it wasn't just the property scheme, was it? They mentioned something else too.
That's right. Casually dropped in, there's mention of a committee starting next month.
Like a savings club.
Yeah, seems like that kind of informal saving circle. This one apparently costs £12,800 this year.
Wow, that's a significant amount.
It is. And there's also a quick mention of a smaller £300 contribution, something about paying back a friend.
And didn't she also say something about her husband?
Yes. A quick comment about wanting not do behind her husband's back with these financial things. It sort of hints at the private, maybe even slightly secretive nature of it all.
Yeah, keeping it within the network.
So ultimately, this whole conversation, even though it sounds casual, it really lays out a model where personal connections and just implicit trust, that's the real currency.
Not legal documents or bank statements.
No. Formal agreements, verifiable paperwork, they're explicitly put aside. It's all about who you know and the stories you share. It really shows how social engineering tactics can be woven into seemingly normal community interactions.
Blurring the lines a bit.
Definitely. Blurring the lines between genuine community support and what could be quite risky financial dealings by swapping out safeguards for Well, the power of personal trust.
So, what does this all mean for you listening? We've sort of traced this journey from talk about pain relief right into a complex financial proposition. And the key seems to be this heavy reliance on personal stories, on trust, rather than any kind of formal proof.
Yeah, and it leaves you with something important to think about, I think. Consider the different kinds of proof or assurance that people present to you.
In any situation, really.
Exactly. What actually makes you feel confident about an arrangement? Is it always the official documents, the
Yeah.
paperwork, or are there times when that informal trust, that personal connection, plays just as powerful a role, even if it's, a very different kind of assurance? Makes you think, doesn't it?